guys, it's Sasha with Rice and Raw, and I am back to YouTube. I am so excited to be back. There have been a lot of changes in my life over the past few years since I've really shied away from YouTube. And you know, in your 20s, you really redefine and refine yourself. And that's kind of what I'm going through and kind of why I took a big step back from YouTube. And I feel like I've gotten a really good understanding of who I am. You know, obviously I'm still working on it, but I'm ready to kind of, you know, come back to YouTube and share my life with you and, you know, everything that I'm going through and tips and tricks and recipes and exercise videos and all that fun stuff. So very excited to be back. And for this video, I want to talk about my bulk. I bulk every year in the winter during my busy season at work. So, you know, if I'm grinding away, I might as well grind even harder. That's kind of the mentality I have during that time. So this bulk, as opposed to prior year bulks, has been very different. I've done a few new things that I think have really elevated my bulk to the next level and have just made it more efficient and a more enjoyable experience. So I want to give a quick background in case you guys are new to my channel. I went high carb, low fat vegan and lost 40 pounds, and I got down to 100 pounds and I felt like that was just too small for me. I was feeling actually surprisingly insecure at such a low weight, and I realized that the weight that I always thought that I wanted to be at, that was kind of pushed, you know, as the beauty ideal and standards throughout my whole childhood and life, maybe isn't really the weight for me, and it doesn't make me happy like I thought it was going to make me. So I decided that I wanted to put on muscle, put on some weight, and I've been so happy ever since. And I put on 25 pounds in 3 years. And that's kind of where I'm at right now at the end of my bulk. I'll probably lose about 5 pounds of fat in the next couple months, just naturally. I'm not going to do any crazy cutting like that. But I've definitely really changed my physique and I'm really happy with it. So 3 years of hard work, dedication, you know, not too much of hard work, but you know, when I'm in the gym, I work really hard. But I'm very reasonable with the amount of times I go to the gym. I go to the gym maybe like 2 to 4 times a week, give or take. And my eating is not the most perfect. I don't follow macros to a T. You know, I set goals and I try to meet them, but if I fall a little short, I'm not, you know, beating myself up over it. So let's get started on some of the main areas that really helped elevate my bulk to the next level, and then I'll show you my current physique update. I actually have some pictures on from my Instagram from when I was 100 pounds. So here is my first post on Instagram that I discussed that I was uncomfortable at the weight that I was at, being so thin. And I'm not trying to skinny shame anyone here, but I was just not comfortable in my own body. And you can see my cat Sherlock here, he's mini too. So the whole picture, everything's mini. We've both gotten a lot bigger since. Here's another picture. You can see like my physique there. And then that's after 1 month of lifting, so still pretty tiny. My arms are pretty defined from pole dancing, which I don't do as much anymore. I would like to do, I just really haven't committed to that yet. Okay, so let's get down to it. My number one change that I did this year in my bulk, which I think has been one of the biggest steps, is having a protein smoothie every morning. I know this might sound, you know, pretty arbitrary and basic, but this really, really helped me. The protein shake that I have every morning, and I'm going to continue to have even past my bulking, is 2 cups of the Silk Protein almond and cashew milk. And in 2 cups, that's going to be 20 grams of protein there alone. And then I add 2 scoops of Orgain protein powder. And typically I like to use the chocolate fudge flavor. It's my favorite. So all in all, that easy to drink, very quick to put together smoothie comes to 41 grams of protein. Another thing I did during my bulk is actually adding a little bit of cardio warm-up to my workouts. So in the past, I used to kind of just go straight into lifting, maybe doing some light lifting in the beginning, but I really shied away from cardio for many years, especially after my eating disorder. During my eating disorder, I would spend 1 to 3 hours on the elliptical every day, and so during my recovery, I kind of swore off cardio, and it was really left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm actually really happy that I have been able to incorporate cardio in my exercise routine in a healthy way. And I feel that I just feel a lot healthier. I feel like I have some endurance in general. When I first started doing my warm-up cardio, I started on the stair stepper, and to be honest, I was huffing and puffing within the first minute, and I was sweating, and it was just absolutely miserable. So I only started with 3 minutes of the stair stepper, and I worked my way up to 5 minutes. So nothing crazy. It's just a little bit of time spent warming up my muscles, getting warm before I start lifting. So now I probably do the stair stepper for about 5 to 7 minutes before I work out, or I will do this cycle for about 7 or 8 minutes. And that, I feel, has helped me in the weight aspect, so when I am lifting and I'm in my final set, I don't feel as winded. And I feel overall it's just adding another healthy element to my workout routine. And it definitely helped to keep me feeling and looking a little bit leaner throughout my bulk as well. Another new thing I've been doing is being more conscious of my workout breakdown. So in the past, I would just do whatever I feel like, which is typically, some form of squats or deadlifts, switching off between those two, and then throwing in some kind of glute focus exercises, and not really thinking about the breakdown from day to day. So if I squatted yesterday or the day before, I would think, well, I probably shouldn't be squatting again. I will find another different type of workout to target my glutes and my legs in a different way. And there's an article that I read, and I will post below. It's quite a lengthy article, but if you can get through it, there's a lot of really good information there on this topic. And then I will post below a great YouTube video from one of my favorite YouTubers who likes to approach muscle building with a more scientific approach, and she breaks down this article very articulately, and her video just consolidates everything into an easy to swallow pill. So take a look at those. They have been very helpful to me. And lastly, I've been making more homemade meals. So I have been really working on my domestic skills, and I have been enjoying cooking a lot more. I've made, some recipes, and I want to, incorporate more of that into my YouTube videos. But I've been making my own food, which gives me a lot more control and power over what is going into my food. I do cook with olive oil, and a good amount of olive oil, which you can easily omit from these types of recipes. But I find that that really has helped me throughout this bulk. I'm not eating as much processed foods, like vegan pizzas, vegan processed meats. I'm really making a lot of food from scratch from whole foods, and I think that has made a huge difference. And I also just feel a lot better. And again, I just have more control over the macros and everything that I'm eating. So that's just a quick breakdown of everything new that I've done during my bulk. And I guess I will give you some information on the calories and macros that I was eating. So I was aiming for 3,000 calories, and I like to track my food during my bulk because it holds me accountable. In the past, I would not have been able to do that because of my history with an eating disorder. If you don't feel comfortable tracking your calories, it's not mandatory. I just find that it's really helpful to hold myself accountable, so at the end of the night, if I haven't really met my calorie goal, I can just add in another snack before I go to bed. So I was aiming for 3,000 calories a day, and I just did not hit that, but that's okay. That was my goal, and I was shy of it for a little bit. So for the first 4 weeks, I averaged at 2,573 calories, and then I realized that I was averaging much lower than I thought. And so for the next 3 weeks, I averaged at 2,800 calories. And throughout that time, my average macro breakdown was 50% carbs, 35% fat, and 15% protein. So again, not perfect, not the golden macro ratio to building muscle, but much better than my prior year macro ratios. Okay, so I will show you guys my physique. I always feel so awkward with the physique moment because I don't do poses, I don't know how to pose. I'm just going to spin around in circles. But I'm very happy with everything that I've achieved, and you guys saw the pictures from before when I was much thinner. So I will show you my physique now, post-bulk. much for watching. And again, please post below anything that you guys want to see on my channel. I need some inspiration, and I'm really psyched to be back to YouTube. So I will see you guys in the next video. Did I just do the finger guns? Oh my god. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.